Good morning, students of Standard 10th. Today I come to you with, I think this would be a final chapter. It's Bholi by K. Abbas. A simple narrative, but very complicated. It has been written by K. Abbas. If you ask your parents or probably your grandfathers, they all must be knowing this gentleman because he was a very famous film producer, story writer, and director. And most of his movies were super hit. So he wrote about social issues back during that time, and he was very successful at that. He was very popular. He gained highest range of popularity at that time. So let's discuss something about Khwaja Ahmad Abbas. He was born in 1914, he died in 1987. He is also known as K. Abbas, was an Indian film director, screenwriter, novelist and a journalist in Urdu, Hindi and English languages. He won 4 National Film Awards in India, and internationally his films won Palme d'Or, the grand prize at the Cannes Film Festival. Out of 3 Palme d'Or nominations, and the Crystal Globe and Karlovy Vary International Film Festival. As director and screenwriter, Khwaja Ahmad Abbas is considered one of the pioneers of Indian parallel or non-realistic cinema. As a screenwriter, he is also known for writing Raj Kapoor's best films. So you know what kind of a gem he was. Let's have a look at him. This is our Khwaja Ahmad Abbas. He was brilliant, a genius. A brilliant person and a genius in himself. So you can go Google about himself, find about the films he wrote, and try to watch those movies. Although they were non-parallel, they were very close to reality, like the story Bholi. Now let's begin with paragraph-wise explanation of the chapter Bholi. I decided to make a paragraph-wise explanation of the previous chapter as well, and I did that just because, not the previous chapter, I mean the chapter Wali Rides the Bus. I broke it into paragraphs and broke it into character sketches of Wali, if you took the trouble to watch the video. But as it is, we begin with the first paragraph of this story. The narrator describes a girl named Sulekha. She was the 4th daughter of the Nambardar Ramlal. Sulekha was called Bholi since her childhood. She was called so for being a simpleton, a slow learner. All this happened because she had fallen on her head from a narrow bed when she was only 10 months old. This had led to a damage of some part of her brain, making her a slow learner. A simple girl who was unfortunate enough to meet an accident while she was a child, and due to the fall from the bed, she became a slow learner, and hence she was named Bholi, although her name was Sulekha. That she was called Bholi in the house because of her slow learning ability. When she was born, she was very fair and beautiful, but when the child was 2 years old, she caught smallpox, which left spots on her whole body. Only her eyes were saved from it. She started speaking when she turned 5 and would often fumble. Other children made fun of her and copied her. This made her feel so bad that she stopped speaking. She fumbled while speaking, means she stuttered. Right. Ramlal had 7 children, 3 sons, 4 daughters. Bholi was the youngest child. Ramlal was a rich farmer. He provided the family with good food. All the children were healthy and strong except Bholi. His sons were sent to the city to study at high schools and colleges. Radha was his eldest daughter, who was married. Mangla's marriage had been fixed, and now it was Champa, the 3rd daughter's turn. As all of them were healthy and beautiful girls, it was not tough to marry them off. The main concern of Ramlal was Bholi because neither was she beautiful or intelligent. It was not an easy thing to find a bridegroom for her. Bholi was 7 years old when her elder sister Mangla got married. That year, a primary school for girls was opened in the village. The Tehsildar visited to inaugurate it. He asked Ramlal to send his daughters to school. He encouraged him to do so because he was the revenue official. His act of sending his daughters to school would serve as an example for the village. This would lead to the education of girls in the village. Simple thing. After hearing the Tahsildar, Ramlal discussed the matter with his wife. She at once rejected it by saying that it would become difficult for them to marry their educated daughters. Ramlal was now double minded as he didn't want to disobey the Tahsildar, and on the other hand, his wife was also right. Finally, his wife suggested to send Bholi to school because, anyways, there were negligible chances of her to get married. This is how the story unfolds. Basically, Bholi, the youngest among the seven siblings, she had three other sisters and three other brothers. They went to good school and they were educated properly. Bholi was neither intelligent nor good looking, so she was uncared of. Now what happened was there was a when Bholi's one of the elder sisters got married, there was a school that was opened in the village. And the Tehsildar, the district collector, the revenue collector, Tehsildar means the in charge of the Tehsil or the province or the no, not the province actually, the block development officer in the present day. He instructed the Nambardar, the revenue collector from the village, to send his daughters to the school so that the other people of the village were motivated to send their daughters in the school, and that's why the girls' education would be promoted. Now, back in those days, nobody wanted to marry an educated girl because they had their own thought process and they knew the world, and it would definitely become difficult for Ramlal to marry his daughter if she was educated. So they decided to send Bholi. He and his wife decided to send Bholi to the school because she was ugly and there was very minuscule chances of her getting married. The next morning, Ramlal took Bholi to school. Bholi was afraid of going to school as she was not aware of what school was. Bholi was reminded that a few days ago the cow Lakshmi had been sent out of home and her father got money in return for it. She thought she too would be sold like Lakshmi and so pulled her hand away from her father's hand. Bholi's father got irritated with her behavior and shouted that he was taking her to school. He then told his wife to dress her up because he didn't want others to think ill of them. So it was the first time Bholi got clean clothes to wear, although it was her elder sister Champa's worn out dress. She was bathed and her messy hair was washed and oiled. Such a treatment made her believe that she was going to some better place than her home. Upon reaching school, they found that children were already in their classrooms. Ramlal handed Bholi to the headmistress and left the place. Bholi's eyes were full of fear because it was the first time that she had gone out of home. There were a number of classrooms with many students in each one. They were sitting on the mats and were reading or writing. Bholi was taken to a classroom and was ordered to sit there by the headmistress. Bholi was not aware of anything about school. What made her happy was that there were so many girls of her age. She thought that she may find a friend among these girls. In the class, the lady teacher was teaching something, but Bholi could not understand it. She was just looking at the various pictures on the wall, which were beautiful. Holi was attracted towards them. There was a picture of a brown horse that resembled the horse on which the Tehsildar had visited the village. There was also a picture of a green parrot which looked like the same parrot that she had seen in the mango orchard. There was also an image of a cow that resembled their own cow Lakshmi. While she was busy looking at the picture, she realized that the teacher was standing near her. She asked Holi her name. So we will keep it up to this today. We will continue with the class or the lesson in the next video. Till then, stay at home, be safe, and take good care of yourself. Goodbye.